Today we'll be installing the new Torklift ApexAnchor part number F5006 in-bed camper tie-downs on a Ford F350. These tie-downs bolt directly to your truck's frame and pop up out of its bed. Concealable when out of use, these provide the strongest mounting option possible for your slide-in camper. If you enjoy this video, consider leaving it a like and subscribing for any future installs.
We're going to start by removing the two bolts for the e-brake brackets using a 13mm socket. The bracket on the upper e-brake cable we're going to fully remove from the car. Now, starting with the upper hole in the frame, we're going to use our bolt fisher through the hole out through the back side of the frame. Then we're going to put a 2" by 1/2" bolt with an internal tooth lock washer and a 1x2 threaded onto the bolt fisher. Now we're going to pull it through the hole and up through the top of the frame. Now with the bolt pulled up through the frame, you want to hold it with one hand and remove your bolt fisher without letting go of the bolt.
Please note that the instructions have been updated to leave the bolt fisher attached to the bolt for now.
Now we're going to also fish a bolt through the oval hole in the side of the frame and up through the top. Using a 1/2" bolt with internal tooth lock washer and 1x2, we're going to thread it onto the bolt fisher and out through the side of the frame, leaving the bolt fisher on for now. Now we're going to mount our driver's side frame mount. Start with putting the bolt fisher in through the lower hole in your tie down. Then you're going to feed it up over the bolt that you have on the top of the frame. And it should rest nice and easily on that bolt. Then you can pull your lower bolt through with the fish wire still attached. Now, starting with the upper bolt, add 1 flat washer, lock washer, and nut. You're going to do the same thing to the bolt coming through the side of the frame after removing your bolt fisher. Now, making sure to hold the bolt, remove your bolt fisher from your side bolt. Then you're going to place a flat washer, lock washer, and a nut. Then we're going to take our side support bracket and attach it using 2 3/8 bolts with washers and flange nuts. You want to leave loose for now so you can align your 7/16 bolt. Then, using a 7/16 bolt with 2 flat washers, you're going to go up through the spring perch, through the hole, and up through your support bracket. And you're going to finish it with a flat washer, a lock washer, and a nut. Starting with the 1/2" bolts, you want to start by tightening the one going forward into the frame. That way it'll snug to the side of the frame. Then you want to tighten the top bolt on top of the frame using a 3/4 wrench or socket. Then you want to tighten the 7/16 bolt using a 17mm socket. Then using a 14 mil socket, you want to tighten the 3/8 bolts. Now we are going to mount our drill template using 2 1/2-inch bolts and flange nuts. Making sure that when you mount it, you're pushing it all the way up flush against the bed of the truck. You only need to snug these bolts for now while we mark to drill for our drill template. Now, using your drill template as a guide, you're going to drill a 1/4 inch drill up through the bottom of the bed. Then you're going to remove your drill template. Now, using a 2-inch hole saw, you can either drill up through the bottom of the bed or you can drill down through the top side of the bed. Now we're going to install the skirt with the flat edges running front to back of the bed, making sure that both the clips grab the underside of the bed. Now, using 2 1/2-inch by 1.5-inch bolts with lock washers and flat washers, we're going to install our receiver up through the grommet in the bed and through the face of our receiver, using a 1/2-inch flange nut on the backside. You may need to adjust this height to where it's about an 1/8 inch above the bed. And then you can tighten your 1/2-inch bolts down using a 19 mil socket. Using 2 3/8 bolts with washers, we're going to mount it to capture the e-brake cable and help support the bracket. We're going to finish it with 2 3/8 flange nuts. Using a 3/8 bolt and flat washer, you're going to reattach the lower e-brake bracket to the hole in the side of the tie down. Then you're going to tighten all 3 of those up using a 14 millimeter socket. And now your installation is complete.
Once installed, simply pull up on the insert and twist to lock into position. Your Apex anchors are now ready for your next adventure.
This video is a guide for visual reference. Please always refer to our instructions when installing Torklift products, for they are updated regularly. For any questions, visit our website or give us a call at 800-246-8132.